All right, a little tired from, the baskets, but figured already in the city, it's literally a mile away. It took half an hour to get to this parking lot, but I'm gonna go check out this art show right down the street and see what kind of art they got in there. So we'll go check it out.
Still hard working, he run loud. That's all around great player. Give him a chance. You know how to throw to him.
Look, my line, I get ready. Feeling too trippy, get it cracking like a levy. I'ma show them all how to party if the
To Reggie Bell for the 19-yard touchdown. The Redskins up 14-10.
Here's McCown with time. Cruz. Touchdown. Complete over the middle. Reggie Bell.
And I'm millionaire. What's up, girl?
What's up, Red?
Hey, follow me.
Don't let it watch yourself, huh?
This is the Super Bowl experience over here, y'all. We get tickets to that W right here, right across the street. But we're going down the street, y'all. We're going to the art show. We're going to get culture. Let's get some culture in our lives. Let's get into the art museum and see what kind of art these players got on display. I'm excited, man. This is right down. If you know, if you don't, go check out the Cause vlog. We are members at MoMA. We'll go back there, check it out. I didn't really say much at the last. Here it is. This is MoMA, y'all. I didn't say much last time just because I was just kind of taking it in. But I'm excited. I'm excited to see what kind of art they got on display here. I think it's right up down the street. I should have just parked in here because I'm a member. Yes, sir. Family. It's thick with security out here. So don't come out to SF trying nothing, because I saw they got cops out from Sacramento. We got cops from everywhere. Let me check the direction. Next street. Wait. Yep. Next street on the corner. We're almost there, yo. We could stop by MoMA, check out Cause again. I really enjoy that exhibit. I really enjoy the Cause stuff. If you've seen the art in my room, I got some of my own renditions of Cause art. So let's see if we get inspired to recreate any pieces that we see in here. So let's check back in. This is it. Right here. A game of art. This is us today, y'all. This is us. Artists, don't worry. You can't ruin the shot. You good. This is it. Game of art. Artists, athletes, culture. Let's see. Let's see. Hello. Hello. I need to check in.
Alright, brother, have a
Which way?
So, yes, that's the thing. So, first floor, eat legal. You have the second floor where the artists are here. And the third floor at 130 is where the pedal is.
130? Right on time. Thank you. All right, y'all. Boom. Panel. Art. We're going to see. You see. Got the food in the building. Sheesh. It's going crazy. We got all the Black excellence out today. I'm excited to see the art. I'm excited to get inspired. What are you excited to see today, brother? One stop. You know, that's the thing I was just saying is, and that's the thing. But to the youth, they need to be exposed to this, and that's what I'm talking about. We're talking about giving back and exposing the youth to these different avenues that we can take as young Black men. It's not just an athlete, it's not just a rapper, it's not just an entertainer. Although those are avenues, and we can succeed in that as we're going out and showing living proof. Yeah. But there is other things you can do. You can do video work. You can do art, painting, sculpting, anything. We could do anything. You could be a lawyer, you could be a doctor, you could be a financial advisor. There is no limit to what you can do as a young black man.
Everything is possible. We're showing that at the Museum of the Diaspora of African American People.
Come on. Yo, I was not even hip to what is going on, man. Do not limit your mindset as a young black man, as a young artist, as just anything, because it's all, we haven't even got to the art yet, but I just looked through the pamphlet, y'all. Where is it? It's somewhere, I put it up. But I just looked through the pamphlet and I'm excited, man. I just saw a bunch of artists that I had no idea what type of art and what level they were working at. So I'm excited to show you guys, man, this art, this black excellence that's going on here today. I'm so excited, man. Check this out, y'all. Hey, 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 hey. Hey, hey, hey.
All of y'all, bounce rock skate on 3. We can freak it, freak if you want to.
Yeah. One time, check it. Look at y'all. What we got on today, man? How do I accomplish a look like this? Because I've really been feeling the plaid lately, but I've been struggling how I'm gonna pull it off. But you did it right. The accessories, everything. So tell me how I can put something like this together, man. How'd you do it?
My family, my mother is actually, and my grandmother, they're all in fashion, in the fashion industry. When I was younger, my grandmother, she used to have fittings with supermodels, and I used to be in the room. So I grew up basically watching supermodels get fitted.
Come on.
Yeah, so you know, for me growing up, fashion was always there. I just really didn't tap into it until I got older. And started an ascot company. Charles Woodson, shout out to Charles, he helped me out a lot on ESPN Late Night Countdown for a few years and Fox.
Come on.
So he wears a lot of ascots, and thankfully he wore a lot of them for me as well on
Let's show the young black men
I got you.
that it's more than one ways to show up and show out. You know what I'm saying? Once you really get to stepping, then you really gonna know how a real steppers step, man. See? Y'all see? It's more than one way to come.
Oakland,
Richmond,
and then the city.
come on, man. Bay Area holding it down. Guys, this is the legend, y'all. We saw him at the social injustice thing. He's here again.
Appreciate you, bro.
Appreciate you, brother.
Nice to meet you, brother. What's your name again?
Reggie Bell.
Kyle,
Yes,
nice
sir.
to meet you.
I'm gonna follow you back.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Look, y'all. We're making connections. Look,
So you're back active with this camera. You don't remember me, huh?
And collectively move forward with culture in mind, with history in mind, with legacy in mind, and with those who push our agenda forward. How do we all play a role in supporting that? And so first, before we get going too much, I want to thank all the people who have helped us put this together. This has been a labor of love. We've planned this for over a year. So thank you first to the artists who all participated in this, to ask artists to provide us with their life's work, their labor, their love, their intellectual property, in order for us to kind of gather and celebrate it is not a small ask. So we want to recognize the artists that are in the room. We have Alterance Gumby here.
we sitting by artists. You didn't tell me. You sitting by artists. She ain't tell me I was sitting by a real artist, y'all. I'm a pretend artist. You didn't tell me the real artist is here.
And so when we're dealing with works, again, I know how blessed we are to have them in our midst. And so we're always looking to make sure that we take care of the works and that we understand that these are works that we want to last forever. And so transporting them is not an easy deal, not something we take lightly. So we thank our partners and We'll Go that has been gracious enough to bring the works here to make sure that we all not only can celebrate the artists, we get to experience their works. firsthand. So let's give them a round of applause for this. Louis Cellars and Justin Winery, they provided the drinks downstairs. I'm feeling nice off that road.
Same.
And then my whole team has worked tirelessly to really bring this all together for you all, for us to enjoy this week. And so I want to thank my team and Mink, all of the event planners and everybody who's been on meeting after meeting after meeting, making sure that we pull this together and make it not only successful for the artists, but for you all who come out here. We want this to be an experience when you leave, where you felt like you saw some great art, you met some great people, and inspired to see yourself in a new light when it comes to how you enter this community. Almost there. Last but not least, I want to introduce our panel moderator, who's a good friend of mine, sitting to my immediate right. She is an award-winning broadcast journalist, television personality.
Yeah.
She's helped advance the sports media industry for women. For nearly a decade, she was at ESPN. She served as an anchor and a host across flagship platforms, including SportsCenter, Sports Nation, and First Take. Today,
Cheerleader.
She's a frequent contributor on CNN and a co-host of her iHeartRadio podcast with journalist Jamel Hill, using her platform to elevate conversations around equity, representation, and social impact. I bring you Carrie Champion.
That was so good. I don't even feel like I need to be here. I'm gonna go home. I'm done. I feel like a tear. I want to say just a few things, and we'll get right into the conversation. Malcolm, thank you.
4 or 5 years to a place where now in 3 years we put on 18.
Yeah.
And so thank you.
I am an artist based in New York City. I mostly am a painter, primarily a painter. That's how I approach my practice, focus on redefining color and abstraction and abstract painting for myself. And I'm also a filmmaker. I've released a documentary called Color, and I'm in production for my second documentary called Color in Nature, to kind of conjure that understanding of experience. That allows me to really have a really understanding of the universe and the world around me.
I asked you about the game he was playing in the NFL and what you do. You said you work on yourself. It's a workout. It's a mental workout. It's a game of mentality, and that's all I know in sports. Like the strongest with the strongest minds win. They always win. They recover. There's this gift of amnesia. Mm-hmm. You have to forget what you didn't do or what you didn't accomplish or who didn't like your work or who didn't think that you were worthy in order to keep pressing forward. How does that translate for you? How do you see the synthesis, the synergy between an athlete and an artist?
Yeah, I mean, that's facts. Because I was talking to Malcolm, it comes down to a sense of discipline, at least for me. You know, I'm someone who I have a very rigid schedule. I travel a lot when I'm in New York. You know, I get up at 5 a.m., I'm in the studio by 7, and I kind of work until like 3 or 5, and then I usually maybe go to the gym, and then I'm back home, and then that's my cycle. I just stay in that flow. And so, you know, I'm very studious with that. I'm working on myself, you know, mind, body, and soul, and I feel like everything has to be in tune, because when you're an artist, you know, you're putting your life experiences into the work. You know, you're putting a piece of yourself out there. Every piece of artwork that you're seeing or have seen is in some way its own sense of being. It's a piece of that artist's soul or being that they're kind of putting out there for display. It's them trying to figure out the world around them. And so, you know, I like to travel and take in various experiences. I collect gemstones when I travel. I travel to like an art. I go to Paris just to look at one painting and then fly back home, because that's just the type of person I am. I just need to see the work and have that experience. And so all of that is just going into work, and I'm constantly a student. You know, I don't necessarily like to even call myself like an established artist, like I really like to stay in a student's mind frame, just a very curious person, kind of gathering information.
Was that for you, same when you were in the league, being a student, learning what you needed?
Yeah, that's one of the things that I first learned with spending time with artists is that they do as much. One of the misconceptions I think about artists and athletes are that these talented people that show up and just kind of come from our spirit with what we have, whether it's creativity or athleticism. But what we don't see is the hours of meticulous study, of just the intellectual kind of rigor that goes into what we do to do it for a long period of time. And then one of the things that I think the biggest difference is for athletes, we're so used to playing these finite games that there has to be a winner. And then when we're done playing, our careers are done, we can't keep playing. And so one of the things I'm learning from artists, they can make art forever, right? So how to continue to play. What does that look like in transition? And being a retired athlete now and trying to figure out, okay, what does it look like to continue that mentality into this next phase of life? I'm drawing a lot from the artists that I'm in relationship with. I'm learning by just seeing through their eyes how to continually reinvent themselves, how to double down on history and connect the dots between what you know, where you're going, and who you are. And so it's been an amazing journey, and it's so much. I see so much parallels between artists and athletes. Even our ability to convene in our communities is really a powerful tool. And it's one of the reasons that I want to put that together, because I think consolidating that power is needed right now, especially when we're thinking about how do we transition into new politics, how do we transition into new ways to support each other. I think being around artists give us an insight to people who think that way all the time, who are trained to think that way. And so yeah, that's really where the game art came from. I saw the benefit of me being in friendship with artists, and I'm like, all of us can benefit from that.
That's good, that's good, that's good.
And I feel very blessed and fortunate. I mean, I'm expanding my practice, not only into painting, but into sculpture, installation, and into filmmaking. And so, I just want to keep evolving as a human being, as an artist.
Appreciate the evolution.
And growing and seeing the various works. We're seeing, print today, but Derek, when I met you, it was like installations, it was performance. He had it seemed like some clothing lines, you know what I mean? It was like so many things happening in there. And it just let me know that as an artist, you could be as diverse and as unique as possible.
I love that.
I think it's exactly what Derek provided for Altamont. It's being able to showcase what is possible. And specifically, my mission is to collaborate with people who believe in collective success over individual achievement. Yeah, I was raised by a village. I grew up in a team sport. I know full well the power of collaboration. But when I look at society and how we're built, we're all trying to get it on our own. And whether you're an entrepreneur, whether you're an artist, athlete, in families, community, trying to go on your own is just too tough. And I really believe that we can transform what's possible by pulling on all corners of the diaspora. By figuring out, forget asking for what we need, what do we have at our disposal? How do we create it? How do we think about it creatively? That's why we're here at the Super Bowl. This is an event that, while I was a player, I never went to. But when I started to look around, I'm like, what do I have at my disposal that I can, not that is not to serve me, but how can I serve my community with it? This is where these type of events come to fruition. So the biggest thing that I want everybody to take away is just let's start to challenge ourselves with what we believe is possible, especially when we approach that through the lens of community, through collaboration, specifically with those you have relationships with. So we're in this spaces to foster those relationships, so make sure you meet people, make sure you make those connections, and this continues beyond this moment. Because we take opportunities like this, we know we're going to all be in the city, we know we'll be in the same space to touch in, but this work has to continue even when we leave this place. So that's what we're all here for. That's my mission, and I appreciate you all being here and being aligned with me on this, and continue to expand this beyond any of our imagination.
The alternates keep joy and Malcolm Jenkins are very
You see. That's my boy, y'all. Hey, brother. Y'all need to learn how to dress. Y'all young bucks need to learn how to dress, man.
Come get with me.
Come on, man. Honestly, that was such an encouraging panel. I'm glad that whoa. Dang. I'm glad that I went, y'all. I need to get out the sun. Yeah, I'm super encouraged, and yeah, man, we're gonna stay on this art grind. We're gonna stay on this community service grind, doing what we can, helping who we can, man, and that's it. That's all you can do. I mean, what else you gonna do? I hope y'all enjoyed the MOAD, and we're gonna have to go back up there and find out about this emerging artist program. We're gonna have to grind for a year. It's closed off for this year, so we're gonna have to try and get into it next year. So that's fine with me. That gives us a whole year to kind of prep and get ready for, you know, the application process. So stay tuned as we jump on this art journey and try and become one of the emerging artists out of the Bay Area, man, because this is a wave that is gonna just like crash. It's about to crash, and you want to make sure you're riding it. You know what I'm saying? So we gonna get on this wave, y'all, and stay tuned, man. Enjoy the journey. I appreciate y'all. Make sure to like and subscribe if you haven't. Hit the notification bell so you know whenever we're gonna drop new videos. Yeah, Super Bowl has been exciting. I hope you guys are enjoying the content, getting some gems out of these panels that we're sitting in, and I appreciate y'all. Have a good day. Peace.